A former executive at Fox News wrote an op-ed this week for the Daily Beast where he absolutely torched the network that he used to work for. The former executive, a man by the name of Preston Patton, who, by the way, actually did leave the network more than 20 years ago, but he was with them in the early days, when it was just a budding young network, all kinds of possibilities before them, and then, of course, they made the decision, what if we became this horrible right-wing propaganda machine? And yes, it basically was that from the beginning, but Patton wants everybody to think, no, it totally wasn't like that. We totally didn't try to give Rush Limbaugh a show. So let me write this little op-ed to clear my conscience and to demonize the network because I think they've gone too far now to try to, distance myself from the thing I helped create. See, this is what pisses me off when media outlets allow these people to do things like this. Fox News, and I'll get to his claims in a minute because his claims are true, but I just have to point out the fact that Patton, in his early days at Fox News, this is what the network's goal was. This is what they wanted to be. They wanted to be a national right-wing network, and by God, they did it. And Patton was right there in the early days, every step of the way, as an executive, making sure that happened. So no, you don't get a free pass, Mr. Patton. You helped create this. Patton now, by the way, is a lobbyist for Disney. Here are some of the claims he makes. And again, I agree with all the claims he makes in the op-ed. I agree with 100% of it. But I'm not going to give him a free pass for what he helped create. Here's some claims. In recent years, things have gone badly off the tracks at Fox News. Fox News is no longer a truthful center-right news network. Oh, let's be honest, dude. You were never a truthful network. You were always a right-wing network. But truthful, no, that's not something that should ever be used to describe Fox News in the past, present, or future. He blamed Fox News for causing, quote, unnecessary deaths during the coronavirus pandemic as a result of its broadcasting segments critical of lockdown measures and mask wearing. Okay, that's true too. 100% agree with you there. Fox News has, since the early days of this, been pushing, oh, this is tyranny. Oh, you shouldn't have to wear masks. Oh, Fauci's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. And recently they've been pushing maybe Fauci's responsible for this through the lab leak theory. But then he went on to talk about, you guessed it, Donald Trump. Oh, that's when all the network's problems started, when they started bowing down to Donald Trump. Of course! My God, Donald Trump is a bigger scapegoat for the Republicans than he is for the damn Democrats at this point. Republicans use Donald Trump to basically excuse their last 40 years of horribleness, and they throw him up there and they're like, well, things were going fine until Donald Trump. Yeah, it's not like we started a bunch of illegal wars under Republican rule. It's not like we had programs start that basically put these massive surveillance programs of American citizens in place under Republicans, continued under Democrats, but started under Republicans. He wrote that the network has also backed what he called Trump's big lie, that the election was stolen from him by providing a continuous platform for wild and false claims about the election, claims refuted by more than 60 judges, Republican state election officials, recounts in numerous states, and Trump's own attorney general. Fox News, this is a direct quote, Fox News has caused many millions of Americans, most of them Republicans, as my wife and I were for 50 years, to believe things that simply are not true. Now that's accurate. That's what Fox News does, though, because it's not a news network. It is a propaganda outlet that you helped create. Go back and look at the early days of Fox News. Okay, Rupert Murdoch was always Rupert Murdoch. Roger Ailes was always Roger Ailes. They knew what they wanted to do and they set out to do it. And this is just the natural evolution of it. Yes, it's gotten worse, but that doesn't mean it wasn't horrendous to begin with. And Patton doesn't deserve a free pass. He doesn't deserve to get to write this op-ed, even if it's true, to absolve himself of his own sins. He should be held accountable just as much as everybody who works at the network today is to blame for what has happened to Fox News and their viewers and the damage it's done to the United States. They're all of them, guilty.